Did she have beans for breakfast? Because she's full of them.
I know. How's fur? You finished?
I think that's her first. I've not seen her get Dover on the floor before. He always tells her off.
Yeah, he's just rolling around. Hello, mate. And that's Loki saying calm down.
Do you want to play too, mate?
It's too hot.
It's too hot, isn't it? Go away. Go on, shoo. Oh, that's where all the fur's coming from. Welcome to another video.
Hello.
Summer has arrived with great big teeth, great big boots. It's just suddenly really, really summery.
Yes, it is. And the nights are a bit hot and sweaty, which is unusual.
Yeah.
So, anyway, car.
Yes.
Did it pass? Did it not? This is the question. We already know. And you'll find out in this video.
Yeah. So the process for the ITV, the ITV, which is the same as the MOT in the UK, and I don't know what tests people have in other countries, is they do an emissions test to make sure you're not exceeding, obviously, emissions for the car. Then you go through to another section, and you actually used to stay in your vehicle the whole time. You drive it through the different zones of testing. It's changed ever so slightly now. You stay in the car, you drive it in, and they check the lights, the horn, the windscreen wipers. They check all the doors open inside and out. So they check them outside, then you have to wind all the windows down, and then they put their hand in the door and open it from the inside. I guess it's a safety thing. Seat belts, that sort of stuff. Then you get out, and they check the, what's it called, VIN plate?
Yes.
Number? That in our case is almost under the driver's seat. And then the guy jumps in the car and he takes it to where they do the braking test. So you go on a rolling road up to a certain speed and then slam your brakes on. You used to have to do that yourself. It was quite off-putting for somebody that came from the UK, where you just hand over your vehicle and they do it. But anyway, now they do that bit. Then you get back in your vehicle and then they go over you have to drive over a pit. There's a pit and then there's some weird ramps that you put the two front wheels on, these weird ramps, and it shakes the car and the guy gets underneath in the pit and has a look whilst it does it. And then you have to force the steering wheel left and right, and then he gets you to move forward and he jiggles the back suspension. And then you drive up to a stop point and then they go yay or nay. As I said, quite off-putting, and I believe an awful lot of people, Brits especially, who've come over here, don't go and do it themselves because they're concerned, because it just feels wrong. We're used to handing over our vehicle to a tester. They take it away and do it. And it actually only takes 15, 20 minutes.
Yes, it does. Like in the UK, I think it's nearly an hour for a car now. And they are not independents of sorts. It's all done by the government. It's not like in the UK where you go to a test centre and people, and have done in the past, found out who's the one who's a little bit less intense on testing, let's say, and people tend to go to that one. This is all just done. There's no offer of repair, so if your vehicle fails, it fails. They don't do any repairs and they don't change light bulbs, they don't do anything. So they haven't got a vested interest in you passing or failing. It's irrelevant to them. They do the test, and that's the test.
So I wasn't allowed to video whilst they were actually doing the various things to the car when I was in the test centre, but I actually videoed as much as I possibly could to show you how it works. So, hope you enjoy the video. Thank you to everybody who is watching.
Yes.
Commenting.
Yes.
All our subscribers, as ever. We really appreciate you. And we will catch you on the next one.
Thursday morning. Lillian's not long left to take the car in for its ITV, its annual safety check. So we'll see how she gets on. Hopefully it's all okay. But if there's some issues to be fixed, then we'll know what they are and we'll get them sorted. I don't see the point in taking it to somewhere and paying somebody to do the work that may or may not actually need doing and then go in. It's just take it in, see what's wrong with it, and then take it away, get it repaired and take it back. So, because if there's nothing wrong, then you've not wasted any money by paying somebody to say there's nothing wrong and then taking it for an ITV. We used to do the same in the UK as well with the MOT for cars and the motorbikes. So, right, let's see how it goes.
So it's 10 o'clock in the morning. I've driven to Humilia, where I've booked our yearly test for the car, the ITV. And usually when I get here, there's maybe one car in front of me. Now, since COVID, what they've done is you book it online, pay for it online. You don't even need to leave your vehicle if you don't want to do it this way. And they tell you to drive up to, there's a lane over there that says diesel. And that's where you go through and they do the emissions and you go through for the next bit. But I'm horrified. I've got to wait. There's people in front of me in the queue. They are very efficient, so I'm sure I won't be waiting long. And if I do have to wait a wee bit, it's not too hot at this time of day. So let's keep our fingers crossed. So as you can see, there are vehicles in the queue in front of me. I have to go in that bit of garage that says diesel. It's only taking a few minutes per car. That's where he does the emissions. You go around the back of that bit of green and then in the back over there, and this is where the rest of the test is done. You come out this way. Very efficient. He's not taking very long with them. Let's see how this goes. So systems are great when they work. This one has failed today. The DGT website is not talking to the computer system in here. So I've had to manually go in there, same as everybody else, whether they've got an appointment or not, and do the paperwork manually. People who had an appointment have been given one of these put on top of the car. You can see a lady's got one over there. And then I'm going to be opening this lane for the people that have got appointments that we've now missed, because it's now 10:45 and my appointment was 10. For example, that lady in the black car, her appointment was 10:15. So trying to get us through quickly. They're doing the best. Systems are great when they work, and as we all know, when they fail, it's a disaster. But we're getting there. We're getting there. Well, the system seems to have changed. I didn't have to rev the car and such like. So missions have been done. I'm going through to the next section. So yes, there's a guy gone in front of me because he's pulled the I don't want to sit out in the sunshine. I've been made to pull back, and now the people who were queuing to one side, who only paid this morning and arrived, are all out there going, oh, how come she gets to go in first, blah, blah, blah. I've just explained to him that I had an appointment at 10. I paid, and that's the way it goes. And I'm only doing as I'm told. And he went, oh, don't worry in that case. But they were ganging up on me. 3 old guys who are very pissed off, which I understand. But don't pick on me. I'm doing as I'm told, same as them. And the crazy thing is they've got this situation. I can see 15 cars queuing out here. So we've all had the emissions done. The bit in front of me, there are actually 3 lanes available and only 1 is in use. So, not my problem. And it is now 11:10. The Spanish are really good at queuing usually. Everyone says who's the end of the queue, who's the end of the line, etc, etc. But the fact that some of us have missed our appointment, not through fault of our own, has broken them. And the ladies are actually being worse than the men. They go, come on, get in front of her, move your car up. And then they're having been told to shoo back, and everybody's got to wait their turn, and they do it in their own good time. But there's really, really angry ladies going, no, drive your car closer to the husband's man they're with, blah, blah, blah. Get closer, you've got to make sure she can't push in. And then this guy on my left has just pulled up me slightly ahead of me, nose-wise, even though we were told not to cross the line. And she's pulling him forward. Come closer, closer, closer. And he didn't quite, and he got out to go and talk to her. Go into the area not allowed to stand in, but anyway. She gave him a real telling off. He got proper berated, poor guy. Well, with the video blogging of the ITV test, it's now 28 minutes past. I've just come out having had all the lights checked, and they stick it on a machine that checks the suspension, and they have a brake thing that the guy does as well. He gets in the car to do the brakes. You used to do it yourself. And we have passed. We have an ITV for another year with no advisories. Chris is going to be thrilled.
Thanks for watching Tales from the Caveside. If you like what we do, please consider subscribing if you haven't already. Drop us a like and leave us a comment. See you on the next one.